On today's episode of Pathmonk Presents, I've got a very special guest with me. Please welcome with me Deirdre from Catch+Release. So for all of you who don't know, Catch+Release is it's a collaborative creative platform that helps storytellers curate and license their content from anywhere on the internet. So basically you can start creating at the speed of culture and launch it with Catch+Release. Deirdre, it's an honor to have you here with us today on our Pathmonk Presents.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. So for all of our listeners out there who don't know what Catch+Release is, can you, explain to them what exactly you guys, do overall?
Yeah. So as you introduced, we're a content licensing platform. So it's for brands and creators. So think of bringing creators to brands that need to access content for a variety of marketing campaigns. So this could be, mid to large size brands who need beautiful content from real people. And when they access and incorporate authentic and fresh content, it actually performs better, up to 3 times better than if you did it original production or stale stock. So this kind of content wins awards. It obviously wins your customers. And think of brands like Disney, Amazon, Nike, ESPN. Those are the types of brands that are incorporating this amazing, usually called UGC, user-generated content. That is part of it, but any content that you can find on the internet that fits your brief.
Great. Thank you for sharing that with us. So then, adding on to what you said, so would you say that your clients are mainly in the creative industry, or do you also cater towards other industries as well?
Oh yeah, no, a variety of industries. Usually it is the creative and in-house agencies or even external agencies that are incorporating this kind of content into their campaigns. But think of verticals across retail, automotive, fintech, hospitality, media, entertainment, sports, even healthcare, pharma, any brand that wants to reach their consumers in an authentic way. And this could be, a broadcast ad spot that is, streaming on your favorite Netflix, Hulu, or just, TV, primetime TV, or it could be a digital social engagement channel that is actually much more popular these days. So you can reach so many more prospects and consumers through those variety of channels, whether it's Instagram, YouTube, or TikTok. So we're seeing an increase in the use of our content on those channels.
Sweet, that's incredible. So then, to add on to that, what would you say is your top client acquisition channel overall? Would it be digital marketing, inbound, SEO content, or is it just a mix of everything?
Yeah, it's a variety. I would say, first of all, we've been in business for 8+ years, and we're very well known in the ad agency world. And you think about creatives and production people, they tend to move around, so they can go in-house or they can be in an ad agency like a Saatchi or an Ogilvy. We're well known in that sphere or industry, and it's quite tight knit. So we see a lot of referral business for people coming in that need content and need to license it for a variety of uses. I would say the way that people come to us is they have a particular need, they have an idea that's on their creative brief, and then they find a piece of content and they go, oh, I really would love that in my campaign, I want to license it. So you can literally come to our website and bring a URL, and then we will take it through the process and make sure it's licensed safely. We also do a bunch of outbound emailing. We go to events. So June is a big event season. There's an event in New York. There's a big gala at the MoMA. And then actually this coming month in June, there's a big event in Cannes. So it's sort of like a black tie dinner and cocktail event to applaud all the amazing agency and brand content in the world and campaigns that win awards. So yeah, we do a lot of, your normal marketing content that engages our audiences through outbound email campaigns. We do SEO and we do paid as well.
All right. That's amazing. Wow. So you guys do a wide variety of things. So that's awesome as well. And then being able to go to the, the huge events such as Cannes, as you were mentioning, that's a huge one. I've been following that one myself, and it's incredible being able to see all these other companies come together and showcasing, the awards. So that's great.
Yep.
So my next question is, we're going to shift gears here, but we're going to talk about the website. So what would you say are the major strengths of the Catch and Release website?
Yeah, it's interesting you ask. We're in the process of updating parts of our website. So we're a little unusual in that our website is our front door to our product. So it's where users can, like I said, come and find find a piece of content and see if they can license it through our engine, if you like. So our existing customers would log in through catchandrelease.com. My belief is that we need to speak value to those particular personas, and you need to be super pointy about why, if they land there, why are they here? Why is it interesting? Is it relevant to their particular need? So I'm all about the value that it brings, how it changes their life, whether they're a creative, they're in production, or they're the head of that brand or head of marketing in that business. So we are very particular about the CTAs that are across the different pages of the site. And we're in the process of updating a variety of those pages right now. And you will see on our website, there is something called Creator Community. This is the ability for anybody on the internet to join our creator community. There's no cost. And you can upload all of your amazing content from your phone, from your different channels. And that exposes you to being found by a brand. And you can actually make money doing what you love. So that's a new thing that we've been working on for some months now.
Oh, that's exciting. And I love how it's able to bridge the gap with brands and, content creators as well, to where, being able to, have more opportunities to work with brands, content creators get more exposure as well. So I think that's really great what Catch and Release is doing altogether.
Exactly. Think of it as a virtual marketplace.
Yeah, definitely. So now we're going to switch gears and we're going to talk about you as a leader. So I understand with being the VP of marketing, you probably got a lot on your plate that you do on a day-to-day basis, but what does an average day look like for you?
Yeah, it's a lot of it is managing the marketing team as part of a go-to-market function. So I am a firm believer in working super close with our sales teams and customer success teams. So if you think of marketing, we're very much sort of the glue between that side of the house, the go-to-market, the people that are on the front lines, talking to customers and prospects. And then the other side of the equation is all about product. We are a product company, so we have to be lockstep with product management in terms of how we explain the product and speak value to our prospects and customers. So I'm always sort of straddling and thinking about, are we doing a good job of connecting all the dots cross-functionally, as well as what is our voice in the market and how do we speak? Marketing is essentially a bunch of conversations with your customer, and how are the sum of those conversations equal a greater whole? So I usually, a day-to-day is, deep dive with one of my team members, whether that be a product marketer or a demand gen person, but I'm always sort of panning out and looking across the quarter in terms of what we're achieving so that we make sure we're meeting our goals.
No, that's really interesting. And I think it's great where you were highlighting where, sales and customer success go hand in hand with marketing, because that's so true. Because then you'll be able to hit your goals and be able to, accomplish what you need to do. So my next question is, so if there were no boundaries in technology, what would be the one thing that you would want to have fixed in your role today as a marketer?
Yeah, we're a young company that's venture backed, so we're growing. one of the challenges of a startup is, your brand isn't well known. And if you're an innovative startup, you're essentially creating a new category. So, content licensing is a new category, if you like. People can go find content, but it's the licensing piece that's hard. And that's where our IP comes in. So our brand isn't as well known, and the terminologies or the things that people would search for in order to find what you have there isn't critical mass, there isn't a common term used. So you're constantly trying to educate the market and build that so that there's a groundswell and a need. But at the same time, you're blocking and tackling every day, right? Because you've got to make your revenue numbers. And grow your pipeline. So I think if there was no boundaries, it would be lovely to, hey, our brand, right? You know what to search for, you know how to find us. And that's not a thing I have to worry about and keep me awake at night. And then I can just go execute, the fun stuff, which is all the outbound execution.
Yeah, definitely. That I agree with as well, because it's like being able to focus on more of the other efforts as well, it'll benefit the brand and, focusing on those fun efforts altogether. So we're coming close to the end of our interview, and I'm going to jump into some rapid fire questions. Are you ready?
Sure.
Perfect. What is the last book that you read?
It is a book called Scaling. It's a business book called Scaling People. And the woman who wrote it is Claire Hughes Johnson, and she was the COO of Stripe. So there's lots of learning in how you grow and build an organization for scale.
Oh, sweet. Were there any takeaways from that book while you were reading it?
Yeah, the really interesting one, it's at the early part of the book. It talks about self-awareness. So when you're in business, and I'm fairly new to Catch and Release at this point, you have to have a self-awareness of where we are at as a business in this moment in time. And then you build upon that and make sure there's group awareness on where we're at. And only when you have that can you really move forward as one team. So I took a lot of deep thought in that and takeaways, and I definitely, you got to get everybody on the same page before you can actually move forward.
Yeah, that I agree with you completely. And it sounds like a really good book as well. I'm definitely going to check it out. Sounds like really good for any industry, definitely.
Yeah, she wrote it. It's almost like she deliberately wrote it like a learning book, so you can put it away. It's not like a novel and you have to pick it up and read it through, but it's sort of a textbook, if you like. And there's learnings, you can pick up new chapters and just refresh your brain.
Oh, sweet. That's even better, where it's broken down into snackable,
Exactly.
content. Yeah, definitely. So we're coming to the end of our podcast episode. And I want to thank you for making time to join us on Pathmonk Presents. But I also want to give you the last word. If someone forgets about everything that we've talked about today, about Catch and Release, what is one thing that you want them to remember about the company?
Content licensing for a variety of needs so that you can access beautiful content from real people.
Sweet. Amazing. All right. Well, thank you so much again for joining us today on Pathmonk Presents. As for our listeners, check us out next week on Pathmonk Presents.